5,500 plus 500. 6,000. 51, 55 plus 55. 110. 55 minus 5 is 50. So 110 plus 50. We already have 6,000. 6,160. 35 to the power of 5. 35 to the power of 2. 35 to the power of 7. Third option. Right. A power m to the power of n. A power m into n to the power of 6. Next 45. 46,440 divided by 216. So if you verify last digit, 6 multiplied by 5 ends with 0, or 6 multiplied by 10 or 20 or number ends with 0. Second option cannot be your answer. Fifth option cannot be your answer. This is 200. 10 times is 2000. 100 times is 20,000. This is near about 46. In the sense, answer will be in 200s. Fourth option cannot be your answer. So answer is either first option or third option. Either 215 times or 205 times. 100 times of this number is 21,600. 200 times is 43,200. And difference between 46,440 and 43,200 is 3,240. Which is definitely more than 10 times of this. Yes or no? Hence third option cannot be your answer. All other are eliminated. Answer 215. Clear? Next, 15 2 times 30. 30 plus 35, 65. Next, 47. What is 20 cube? 20 cube, 8,000. 30 cube, 27,000. Our number is more than 9,000, 8,000 and less than 27,000. So answer will be in between 20 and then 30 only. Yes or no? How many options we have? 2 options. Second one and fifth one. 5 cube ends with 5. But 8 cube ends with 512. Ends with 2. But here we have 5. So 28 cannot be your answer. Answer is 25. Yes or no? Right. Positive or negative? Root value can never be negative. Only positive. 8 fours, 32. Last digit verification. 8 into 4, 32. Ends with 2. All are ending with 2. Fine. Take 20 times minus 2 times. 10 times of this number, 3640. 20 times, 7,280. 7,280. This is 20 times, but we need 18 times only. So you have to subtract 2 times. 2 times is 728. 80 minus 28, 52. 72 minus 7, 65. 6552. Minus 5 to the power of 5. Answer is negative number. Yes or no? 5 to the power of 4. 5 power 4. 625. But we have 5 to the power of 5. So 5 power 4 into 5. 625 into 5. Negative numbers are only 2. 625 and then minus 3125. And then minus 620. Second and fifth both are same numbers, right? Yes or no? This cannot be your answer. Answer is 3125. Because this is 5 to the power of 4. But we want 5 to the power of 5 into 5 times. That is 3125. Next, 51. 76 divided by 19. 76 divided by 19. 76 is near about 80. 19 is near about 20. 80 by 20 in the sense 4 times. 19 4 times only, right? 76. Yes or no? This is 4 and this is 4 square. 16 plus 4, 20. 1225. 35. 35 square, right? 35 divided by 5, 7. 7 8, 56. Fifth option. What is this? 132, 5 times. Take 10 times and then make it half. 132 10 times, 1320. Half of that, 660. 660 divided by under root 25 plus 6. Under root 25, 5. 5 plus 6, 11. So this number divided by 11, 60. (137) divided by 17 into 3. Into 4. Here we have 4. Both gets cancelled. Yes or no? How much is this? 4. 17 denominator, right? 17 will come in denominator. So that becomes 137 by 17 4 times. 17 4 times, 68. This is how many times? 2 times. Next, this is 10 square 100 into 2 cube 8. 800. 2 cancellation, right? 800 cancellation with 2, 400. 400 is 20 square. X is 20. If the fractions 3 by 4, 4 by 7, 5 by 6 and 6 by 11 and 3 by 8 are arranged in ascending order of the values, ascending order, starting from the least number to the highest number, which one will be fourth? So, how many numbers are there? 5 numbers. Out of 5 numbers, you are asked about fourth one, in the sense second largest, right? Second largest. Now, let's just observe values. 3 by 4, very close to each other. Near about 75%. Not near about, exactly 75%. What is 50% of denominator? 3.5. This is just more than 3.5. So this value is near about 50%. 5 by 6. Very close to each other. These two numbers, 5 and 6, both are very close. Yes or no? So that will be more than. స్విచ్ చేసారా? స్విచ్ చేయలేదా ఇది? చూడు. 4 by 7. 4 by 7 is near about 50%. 5 by 8 is near about 8%. Very close to each other, these two numbers. And 6 by 11. 6 and 11, difference is more. Let's try to calculate 50% of denominator. 5.5. This is just more than 5.5. So this value is also near about 50%. 3 by 8. This is less than 50%? Yes or no? So this is less than 50%. This is near about 50%. 4 by 7 is also near about 50%. So when you write these numbers in ascending order, first 3 places occupied by 3 by 8, 6 by 7, 4 by 7. I don't want order. But 3 places will be allotted by these 3 numbers. So 4th number and 5th number should be either 3 by 4 or 5 by 6. 3 by 4 and then 5 by 6. Both are proper fractions, and difference between numerator and denominator is equal to 1. Here also difference is same, 1. If proper fractions and difference between numerator and denominator is same, small numbers are smaller fractions, big numbers are bigger fractions. Yes or no? Hence 3 by 4 is definitely less than 5 by 6. This is the largest fraction and this is second largest fraction. It asked about what will be the fourth one. Fourth one out of 5 numbers is second largest. Second largest is 3 by 4. Next 62. The compound interest on 32,000 for 1.5 year at 10% per annum when the interest is payable half yearly basis. If it is payable half yearly basis in 1.5 year, how many times do you have to do? 3 times. First half, second half and then third half. What is your principal? 32,000. And rate of interest is 10% per annum. When you do it half yearly basis, you need to take 5%. 5% of this number, 1600. Now, in second half, you will get 5% on these two items. 5% of this is already 1600 calculated. 5% of this, 80. Total, 1680. And third half, you will have to calculate 5% on every number. Of these two, 32,000 and then 1600, we got it as 1680. And now you just need to add 5% of this. 10% is 168. 5% is how much? 84. And what is your question? You are asked about only compound interest. So these 3 numbers. 1600, 1600, 1600. 4,800. 80, 80, 80. 240. 14,800, 4,800 plus 240. 15,000, 15, 20. And then you have 4. Sorry. 4,800 plus 240. 5,040. And then you already have 4. So total 5,044. Next. 63. A car runs at a speed of 50 km per hour when not serviced and runs at 60 km per hour when serviced. After servicing, the car covers a distance, certain distance in 6 hours. How much time will the car take to cover the same distance when not serviced? So one thing is the distance traveled in both the cases is same. Distance traveled in second case with speed 60 km per hour in 6 hours is the same distance covered with 50 km per hour, and you asked about time taken. 0, 0 cancel. 36 by 5, which is 7.2 hours. And one thing is you can go for inversely proportional rule. Speed and then time. Speed decreased. Initial case 60 km per hour and now it is 50 km per hour. Speed decreased by 10 from 60. 10 out of 60 is 1/6. So for always decrease of 1/6, there should be increase of 1/5. 1/5. Order important. First increase followed by decrease. So moving with 60 km per hour, it takes 6 hours to reach. And now it will increase by 1/5. 1/5 of this number is 1.2. Increases, right? So 1.2 plus 6. Answer is 7.2 hours. Next 64. Which of the following sets has fractions in ascending order? Fractions in ascending order. So one thing you can do is going from elimination. If you want to compare two fractions, just go for cross multiplication. 2 by 3 and then 3 by 9. 2 5 is 10. 3 3 is 9. 10 is more than 9. Hence 2 by 3 is more than 3 by 5. You have to arrange all these numbers in fractions in ascending order. So this cannot be your answer. Before 2 by 3, you should have 3 by 5. Yes or no? With the same logic, this cannot be your answer. Before 2 by 3, you should have 3 by 5. Yes or no? With the same reason, this cannot be your answer. This cannot be your answer. Final. Got it? Right? Elimination. One way. The other way is, what is difference between numerator and denominator? Here 2 and here 1. Can I write 2 by 3 as 4 by 6? Can we write 3 by 4 as 6 by 8? Yes or no? So our numbers are 4 by 6, 3 by 5, 5 by 7, and then this is 6 by 8. So in every fraction, difference between numerator and denominator is 2. Same difference we have. Hence, and all these are proper fractions. In proper fractions, if difference between numerator and denominator is same, small numbers are smaller in fraction. So out of all numerators, this is the least numerator. This is second least. This is third. And this should come in fourth place. Are you getting? So 3 by 5, followed by this 2 by 3, followed by 5 by 7, followed by 3 by 4. This is right answer. One way is elimination and then arranging. It's up to you. Next 65. Nathan goes to school at a speed of 4 km per hour and returns to the village with a speed of 6 km per hour. If he takes 3 hours in all, how far is his school from his village? You're asked about distance traveled in both the cases. Yes or no? Nitin goes to school with a speed of 4 km per hour and returns to village with a speed of 6 km per hour. If he takes 3 hours in all, how far is his school from? So it is average speed multiplied by time, right? Person travelled from one place to another place and then back. Distance travelled in first case is same as distance travelled in second case. And for that it takes 3 hours. If the distance between two places is d, total distance covered is 2d. Average speed, onward journey it is 4 km per hour and return journey 6 km per hour. Average speed 2a b by a plus b. And the total time taken is 3 hours. It asks about distance. dd gets cancelled. 6 4s 24. 24 3 times 72 by 10. 7.2 kilometers. ఏంటి? అండర్స్టాండ్? ఏం అర్థం కాలేదు. మిమ్మల్ని అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటి? హౌ ఫార్ ఈజ్ హీ స్కూల్ ఫ్రమ్ హిస్ విలేజ్? యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఆస్క్డ్ అబౌట్ టోటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ కవర్డ్. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఆస్క్డ్ అబౌట్ టోటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ కవర్డ్, యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ దిస్. ఆన్వర్డ్ జర్నీ అండ్ దెన్ రిటర్న్ జర్నీ. క్వశ్చన్లోనే ఉంది. అక్కడ డిస్టెన్స్ ఒక సైడ్ జర్నీని అడిగారు. 2 side journey అడిగినట్లయితే ఆన్సర్ 14.4. అండర్స్టాండ్? ఎందుకు మొహాలు అలా పెడతారు? ఇదే క్వశ్చన్ కనుక డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత, మొత్తం డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత ట్రావెల్ చేసింది అని అడిగితే పెన్ను పెట్టకుండా ఆన్సర్ చేయొచ్చు. యూ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు టచ్ దిస్. ఇఫ్ యూర్ ఆస్క్డ్ అబౌట్ టోటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ కవర్డ్ in 3 hours, answer should be 3 multiple. Yes or no? 3 multiple, 3 multiple, 3 multiple, not a multiple of 3, not a multiple of 3. Those two cannot be your answers. Onward journey speed is 4 km per hour and return journey speed is 6 km per hour. So, if the total journey is covered with maximum speed, which is 6 km per hour, in 3 hours, at the max we can cover 18 kilometers. Yes or no? So answer should be definitely less than 18. Yes? With that reason, this cannot be your answer. If onward journey speed is 4 km per hour, return journey is 6 km per hour, average speed will never be equal to 5. Onward 4 km per hour, return journey 6 km per hour. If you calculate average speed, that will not be definitely not 5. Yes or no? Yes? Here it is 5 3 is 15. In 3 hours, average speed calculated as 5. In that case only you will have 15. In this case you will never get average speed as 5. So this cannot be your answer. Answer is 14.4. Need not to touch the question. మీరు అర్థం కాలేదంటే నేనేం చేయలేను ఇంకా. టేక్ యావరేజ్ స్పీడ్ అండ్ దెన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్. నెక్స్ట్, ద సింపుల్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఆన్ 600 rupees for 4 years and simple interest on 600 rupees for 2 years together is equal to 180. The rate of interest is. Here principal is 600 given for 4 years. Here also 600 rupees given for 2 years. So total 600 rupees is given for 6 years. 4 years here and then 2 years. Total 6 years. In 6 years we got 180. Per year you will get 30. 30 out of 600 is 5%. 10% is 60. 5% is 30. So it is answer 5%. Next, 67. The average of 5 consecutive even numbers A, B, C, D, E is 106. 5 consecutive. Middle number is average. So C is 106. Yes or no? And what is the product of B and D? Difference between BC is 2. CD also 2. So if this is 106, you are asked to calculate product of 106 minus 2 and 106 plus 2. A plus B into A minus B. A square minus B square. 106 whole square minus 2 square. This is more than 100. I think last week we have discussed about squares. This is how much more than 100? So last 2 digits will be 36, right? Last 2 digits 36, and from this number you need to subtract 4. So your answer should end with 32. And there is only one option. Fourth option. Need not to calculate 106 whole square also. Square concept. This is 6 more than 100. Last 2 digits should be 6 square 36. And if you want to calculate previous number also, you can do it. Add 6 to given number 106. That is 112. 112 36 minus 4. Answer 112 32. My point is you need not to calculate this. Just go for last 2 digits enough. Next, 68. ABC divide an amount of 9,861 among themselves in the respective ratio 3:11:5. Total how many parts we have? Matladra. 19 parts is equal to 9,861. And you are asked about what is B's share in the annual profit. B's share is 11 parts. Yes or no? 9 multiplied by 9 ends with 1. I am just verifying last digit. 9 9s ends with 1. 9 9s 81. Then only it ends with 1. Yes or no? Right. 11. Last digit is 1. 1 into 9, 9. should end with 9. How many options are there? Only. That's final. Next. A rise of 20% in the price of refined groundnuts oil. A family is forced to buy 1 kg less for 180 rupees. Price increased by 20%. So family reduced their consumption. The original price of the refined groundnut oil per kg. Original value, not increased value. Now value got increased by 20%. If you want to purchase same quantity, your expenditure also increases by 20%. 10% is 18. 20%, 36. So if you purchase same quantity, value increases by 36 rupees. So in order to have same expenditure, they have reduced 1 kg. Yes or no? So extra value that you have to spend is 36 rupees. And to compensate that, they have reduced 1 kg. So 1 kg price is 36. This is increased value after price increase by 20%. If it price increases by 20%, it becomes 120%. With 120%, it is 36. It asks about original value, which is 100%. 100% is how much? Forget about 0 or divided by 5. No. Forget about 0. 12. 12 3 times. Forget about 0. 10 3 times, 30. Original price is 30 rupees. Done. In an examination, it is required to get 540 of the aggregate marks to pass. Student gets 432 marks. Will he get pass or fail? Will he get pass or fail? ఏమంటే ఇట్లయితే ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ కూడా అవసరం లేదనుకుంటా. మరి ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియమే కదా, క్వశ్చన్ ఆల్రెడీ చదివారు కదా, ఎగ్జామ్ రాసిందే, నిన్నటి పేపర్ ఇది. సిగ్గుండాలి ఇన్నిసార్లు చెప్పించుకోవడానికి. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్, ఐ విల్ లీవ్. మీలాంటి వాళ్ళు చెప్పుకునే కంటే వేరే ఎక్కడైనా చెప్పుకుంటా బెటర్. మనిషికి పేషెన్స్ ఒక లెవెల్ ఉంటుంది. ఎక్సీడ్ చేస్తున్నారు. 540 మార్క్స్ చదువుతా ఉంటే వస్తాయండి. ఊరికే దిక్కులు చూస్తా ఇట్లా చూస్తా ఉంటే వస్తాయా? అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తున్న, పెన్ను పెట్టకుండా చేస్తున్నాం. యాక్చువల్గా ఆ ఒక్క ముక్క రాసేది కూడా మీకోసమే. మీ మొహాలు ఇట్లా చూడలేక ఆ లాస్ట్ డిజిట్ అని ఊరికి అట్లా నెంబర్ రాసి ఒకటి చెప్తున్నా. అది కూడా అవసరం లేదు. It is required to get 540 of the aggregate to pass. Student gets 432. He got less number of marks, so he'll get fail. By how many marks? 108 marks. He got 108 marks less than the pass mark, which is declared failed by 9% marks. So 9% is equal to 108. And you're asked about what is the maximum aggregate marks a student can get, which is 100%. 9 12 times, 100 12 times, 1200. By selling 45 lemons for 40 rupees, A loses 20%. 20% loss conversion is equal to 80%. He lost 80% because he sold 45 lemon for 40 rupees. 1 lemon price is 40 by 45. How many should he sell for 24 rupees to gain 20% in the transaction? He want to have 20% profit. This is 1 lemon price. Let me calculate 1 lemon price and then I'll calculate number of lemons for 24 rupees. Now he is expecting a profit of 20%. So he must sell it for 120%. Is equal to how much? You'll get some number and that is 1 lemon price. And you're asked about how many should he sell? Number of lemons for 24 rupees. First let me calculate this number. After this, if you want to calculate number of lemons, that will be 24 by this value, whatever you get. 80, 40. Half of this number divided by 45. Half of this number 60 divided by 45, which is equal to 4 by 3. cancellation with 15. So x is 4 by 3. Let me write 4 by 3 here. Denominator and denominator comes to numerator. 6 times 3 times 6 3 is 18. So he should sell 18 lemon for 24 rupees. Next 72. What is the least number which when divided by 52, 78, 117 leaves the remainders 43, 69, 108 respectively. So process wise different divisors have different remainders. In that case he will have common difference. 52 and 43. What is difference? 9. 78, 69 difference 9. 117 and 108 difference 9. So you have common difference. In this case answer is LCM of 52, 78, 117 minus common difference 9. This is what you need to calculate, but not required. When you divide your number, there is a number, your answer. If you divide your number with 52, that should leave a remainder 43. So when you divide a number with 52, which is even number, after division with even number, we are expecting remainder as odd number. So answer should be odd number, right? Yes or no? With that reason, first option eliminated, fourth option eliminated, fifth option eliminated. Answer should be either 457 or 459. And next, your answer, when you divide your answer with 117, it should leave a remainder 108. 117 is 9 multiple. 108 is also 9 multiple. After dividing number with 117, which is a multiple of 9, you are expecting remainder as 9 multiple. So your number should be 9 multiple, right? Yes or no? Is this 9 multiple? Is this 9 multiple? 459 right answer. Clear? Otherwise, calculate LCM, subtract 9. Next. Sudhir sold a book for 36 rupees, thereby gained 12.5%. Of what he invested? The amount Sudhir invested to purchase the book was? Yeah, third option, I think it should be 33.50, not 3,350. But anyway, he gained 12.5%. 12.5% in terms of fraction is 1/8. Denominator is 8, right? So we will take cost price as 8 parts. 1/8 profit on 8 parts is 1 part profit. So selling price should be equal to 9 parts. Yes or no? And selling price is 36. 9 parts is 36. 8 parts is how much? 9 4 times 8 4 is 32. Cost price is 32. Fourth option. Next 73 over 74. 40% of a number is equal to 2/3 of another number. What is the ratio of the first number to the second number? 40% of first number is equal to 2/3. Second number should be 3 multiple. Right? Answer should be either third or fourth. And now you are calculating 40% of the number. If your second number is 3 multiple, when you calculate 40% on the first number, you should get exact number, right? Yes or no? 40% of 5 is? 40% of 5 is 2. 2/3 of 3 is? 2/3 of 3. Both are same, right? This is right answer. If you calculate 40% of this number, you will not get integer. You will get decimal. This cannot be your answer. Answer is third option. The least square which is exactly divisible by 10, 15, 18, 25, 30. Least square. Answer should be a perfect square. Is your fifth option perfect square? That cannot be your answer. right? And it should be exactly divisible by 10, 15, 18, 25, 30. It has to be a multiple of 18, which is a multiple of 9. Answer should be 9 multiple. Yes or no? So fifth option is already eliminated. This is 9 multiple. This is not a multiple of 9. That cannot be your answer. This is 9 multiple. This is not a multiple of 9. So you have two options. And you are asked about least square. This is 3600 and this is 900. Both are square. As you are asked about least number, let's concentrate on this number. Is it 10 multiple? Is it 15 multiple? 18 multiple? 25 multiple? 30 multiple? Right answer. Next. Next. Import and exports of a spare parts by automobile company over the given years. First one is import and the next one is export. 76. During which year the percentage rise or fall in imports from the previous year is the lowest. It may be percentage increase or percentage decrease, whatever it is. It should be the least one. This is for imports or exports? Import. Import. Yes or no? Right. Here 35, 30. What is decrease here? 5 by 35. Next. From 40 it increased by, from 30 to 40 increased by 10. From where? 30. So 10 by 30 increase. Whether it is increase or decrease, you don't need to do it. Just you should have least number. From 40 we have 50. 10 from 40. Next. From 50 increased by 55. Increases to 55. Increased by 5. From where? From 50. And 55 increased by 5. And becomes 60. Increased by 5. From where? 55. So 5 increase from 55. Next 60 decreases by 15, which is almost 25%. And you can decide this cannot be your answer. Yes or no? Now, out of these, let's eliminate. This is 1/3. This is 1/4. Compared with other numbers, these two are more. Yes or no? Are you getting my point? These two are more than the other numbers. These two cannot be your answer. Of these three numbers, you have same numerator. And we are expecting least number. If denominator is more, then you'll have least number. Yes or no? 5 out of 55. Where is this? 2005 or 2006? 2006. Increase or decrease values always to be calculated only on previous year's data. So 2006 we have 5 increase from 55. Answer is 2006. Next. 77. What is the ratio of total imports to the total exports of the given years together? Total imports to total exports. 35, 30, 65, 105, 155, 210, 270, 315, 315 by. Look at your options. I don't want to even calculate the denominator. Let me write options here. 31 is to 35. 35 is to 31. 35 factor kada. 65. No. 63. 5 times. 2 options are there. Your first number is 31. Is 31 factor of 315? This cannot be your answer. Is 35 factor of 315? Yes. 35 9 times. 35, 9 times. This can be your answer. Is 65 factor of 315? No. No. 65 5 times is 325. But here we have 315 only. This cannot be your answer. If 65 cannot be your answer here, this also cannot be your answer. Is 63 factor of 315? Yes. 5 times. You have 2 options. If you can eliminate one more option in the very first attempt itself, you don't need to calculate the other sum. As you have 2 options, you are forced to do it. And wait a minute, one more thing. 5, 15 more. Need not to calculate it. Total exports are more than total imports. Observe. Just observe values. 5 more, 15 more, 20 more, 5 less, 20 minus 5, 15, 15 minus 10, 5, 5 plus 5, 10, 10, 10 cancel. It is 10 more. So total exports are more than total imports. Second number should be more than first number. Is it satisfying that rule? Done. Otherwise you add everything and then go for cancellation. Add everything and then go for cancellation. Okay. Next. In which of the following pair of years the total import is equal to the total export of the same pair of years? By looking at the options only you can decide the answer. Yes or no? 2004-5. 2004-5. These two. Total imports 105. Total exports 100. Both are not same. Next option. 2001 and 2. 65. More than that. Second option cannot be your answer. Third option. 6 and 7. 105. 105. Third option right answer. I think you don't need to verify other two one. Yes or no? Don't need to verify other two. Next, 79. The total exports in the year 2003, 4, 7 together are what percent of the total imports during the same period? 2003, 4, 7. 3, 4, 7. Total imports 35, 40, 75. 75 plus 55. 130. So 130 is what percent of what? Total import in that year. Total import. 40, 50, 90. 90, 45. 135. So 130 is what percent of 135? Two numbers are very close to each other. Yes or no? Numerator is less than denominator. Answer is less than 100%. First two options cannot be your answer. Observe the remaining two. One is 93.33 and 93.67. Wow. Right. You know that answer is in 90s. Let me calculate 90%. 90% is 135 minus 10%. 135. 10% of this number 13.5. 135 minus 13.5. 121.5. To this number, if you can add 8.5, then that will be equal to 130. That our numerator value. What is this? 93.33. Apart from 90%, you have 3.33. 3.33 is 3 1 by 3, right? 3 1 by 3 in the sense 10% by 3. Yes or no? What is 10%? 35.5. Yes or no? By 3. Will that be equal to 8.5? Will that be equal to 8.5? No. 10% is 13.5. 1/3 of this number is 4.5. This is 3 1 by 3%. 4.5. You have almost double. You have almost double. This is 3 1/3%, which is equal to 4.5. You need to add 8.5, which is almost double. Almost double in the sense 6 2/3%. Definitely answer will be 96%. 96%. Yes or no? Do you have that option? Number in 96? No. Answer? None of this. క్లియర్? అసలు ఈ రామాయణం కూడా అవసరంలా, అనవసరంగా చేసాం ఇంత. వాట్ ఈస్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ న్యూమరేటర్ అండ్ డినామినేటర్? 5. So if you can subtract 5 from denominator, then you'll get your answer. What is 10%? 13.5. What is 5%? 6.75. But you need to have 5, which is definitely less than 5%. Yes or no? So near about 4%. If you subtract 4%, answer will be 96%. Approximate. You don't have option with 96. Hence answer is none of this. Next, 80th. Which of the following pair of years and the percentage increase in the export over the previous year is correctly matched? Which of the following pair of years? Okay. Percentage increase in export with respect to previous year was matched. Now, what is your first option? 2004. 2004. What percent? 14.29. 2007, 10%. 2003, 33.33. 2002, 11.11. 2006, 11.29. So out of those 5 options, only one is right. Yes or no? Now, this is percentage increase in what? Export or import? Export. 40 increases to 45. Increased by 5. 5 out of 40 is 1/8. 1/8. 1/8 in the sense 12.5. But you have 11.5. 11.11. So, is this your answer? 2002 cannot be your answer. Now, export got decreased. Yes or no? మీకు ఇచ్చిన ఇంక్రీజ్ అనుకుంటా. Increase, right? Do you have decrease also? No. So as exports got decreased here, this cannot be your answer. Now, 35 increases to 40, increased by 5. 5 out of 35 is 1/7. 1/7 is 14. 2/7. 14 2/7. 14 2/7. Is this equal to 14.29? అంటే ఇది కూడా రాని బ్యాచ్ చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు, అందుకే అడుగుతున్నది. 3-4 సార్లు అడిగింది. వాళ్ళు బ్యాంకుల్లోకి వెళ్ళి ఏం చేస్తారో కానీ 14 2/7 కన్వర్షన్ 14.29 రాని వాళ్ళ ఫేస్లు నేను అబ్జర్వ్ చేశా. చెప్తే బాగోదు. మీ కళ్ళు చూసి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను అని అంటే అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. ఇంకా ఇన్ని రోజులు సరదాగా మాట్లాడేవాడిని, ఈరోజు సీరియస్గానే మాట్లాడుతున్నా. ఆ కన్వర్షన్ కూడా రాకపోతే ఇంకా దేనికండి? ఒకసారి కట్ చేయమ్మా. అయిపోయింది కదా? ఇస్ దిస్ ట్రూ ఆర్ నో? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? హ్యాండ్స్. చెప్పండి, ఎవరు డౌట్ అడిగారు?